Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about the temperature and pulse measurement. So how the body temperature is measured and what are the different types of temperature and how the pulse is measured and what are the methods, two different methods for a pulse measurement. So let's move on into the video. So first part of this video covers the temperature measurement. So, as we all aware of that, the thermometer is the measurement which is used to measure, it is a device which is used to measure the temperature of a human being. So, what is this temperature? Temperature is nothing but which is going to indicate the wellness of a person, whether he is feeling heat or cold, whether he is having any temperature increase in the temperature or decrease in the temperature. So all those things could be measured with the help of a device called thermometer. So currently we have a non-contact thermometer, infrared thermometer, digital thermometer. So olden days we used the mercury level thermometer where the mercury level rises up depending upon the temperature of the body. So the value or the reading which has been noted on the mercury noted by the mercury level in the thermometer gives us the measurement of the temperature of a person. So the temperature could be measured in two types. The one is systematic temperature. The second one is going to be the surface temperature. So let's now see what is systematic and surface temperature. Systematic temperature is nothing but the normal body temperature which is used to measure the internal region of the body. So the heat generated from the body, that is mainly because of the tissues of the body. So that temperature which we have measured, it is called as to be the systematic temperature, which could be measured with the thermometer. And that is called as to be the systemic temperature. And systematic temperature is nothing but the which has been measured over the tympanic membrane of the ear. So usually the brain, which is used to control the temperature, and it is mainly called as the temperature control for the body. So seismic temperature is nothing but the temperature which is used to measure the internal region of the body, and whatever the heat generated from the body, it could be measured with the help of a thermometer. And systematic temperature is nothing but the temperature which has been measured across the tympanic membrane of the ear, which is measured across the ear. So the brain is responsible for containing the for controlling the temperature of the human body. So systemic temperature. So as I have told you in the earlier days, the systemic temperature was measured with the help of a mercury thermometer. Nowadays, a non-contact thermometer or infrared thermometer has come into the picture. So usually the temperature could be measured by two dissimilar metals which produces an output voltage. So the temperature which has been produced is directly proportional to that of the junction. So here the temperature could be measured with a thermistor, which is nothing but a thermal resistor, where the resistance varies with the temperature. So the resistance value is directly proportional to the temperature, and this thermistor is commonly used in the biomedical field when it is compared with that of the thermocouple. So this thermometer is very inexpensive to use. So it is compact and reliable, and it is also scalable so that it could be used by every layman also in order to measure the temperature. So the resistance of a thermistor is given by RT is equal to RR e power of beta 1 by T1 minus 1 by T naught, where T naught is the reference temperature and T1 is the measurement which has been taken, and beta is going to be the temperature coefficient. So as I have told you, the thermometer have a thermistor inside it. The thermistor is nothing but the thermal resistance. So there is some certain problem associated with that of the thermistor. The major problem is self-heating. So this self-heating in a thermistor could be easily avoided by limiting the amount of current which has been passing through the thermistor inside the thermometer. So the power dissipation could be maintained in a milliwatts so that the self-heating problem could also be avoided. The second type of temperature measurement is the skin temperature measurement. So this skin temperature measurement, it is measured on the surface of the body, which is not constant for throughout the body, whereas it varies from 30 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. And the major factors which are associated with the skin temperature measurements are, so the amount of cholesterol or fat which moves over a capillary area, and when our skin is exposed to the radiation of the sun. So whenever our skin is exposed to the radiation of the sun, our skin will have a very high temperature, so that the temperature of the skin varies with respect to the internal temperature of the human body. So the major advantages of the skin temperature measurement is it is easily used to locate the spot, identify the spots in the blood circulation, and it is used to locate the blood cancer as well as the breast cancer. So in the first part of the video, we have discussed about the temperature measurement. Temperature measurement could be of two types, systemic and systematic. So systematic, which is nothing but the skin temperature measurement, and systemic is nothing but the internal temperature of the human body, whereas thermometer is a device which is used to measure the temperature, and we'll be using a thermistor, which is a variable resistance which is used to measure the temperature of a human body. The resistance varies, is directly proportional to that of the temperature. So let's now move on to the second part of the video, which is going to be the pulse rate measurement. What is this actually a pulse? The pulse is nothing but whenever the heart muscle contracts, the blood will get flowed out of the ventricles, and a pulse of a pressure is transmitted through a circulatory system. So it could be felt by placing a fingertip on an artery in the wrist, whereas the speed of the pulse varies from person to person, whereas it could be from 5 to 15 meter per second. So commonly the pulse measurement could be done by basically two methods. One is transmittance method and the other one is reflectance method. In this pulse measurement, we are going to discuss about photoelectric, which is an optical method we are going to discuss in this video. The first type is the transmittance method. So here in the transmittance method, we are using an LED and photoresistor in this transmittance method. So uh, the finger is enclosed that fits over the tip of the finger. The light is produced by the LED, and the same light is allowed to pass through the finger. For each of the heart pulse, the blood is forced to the ventricles, and the amount of blood which flows inside the finger gets increased, so that the optical density is changed and the light which has been transmitted through the finger is decreased. So the photoresistor is finally connected to a voltage divider circuit. So the voltage divider circuit is directly proportional to the amount of blood flow in the finger. So the final output of the pulse could be measured with a strip chart recorder, or it could be seen with the help of a CRO. The second type of blood measurement, which is used to determine the amount of blood flow, that is the pulse measurement, is nothing but the reflectance method. In this reflectance method, the LED is placed adjacent to that of the photoresistor. So here the LED emits the light. This light is reflected from the skin and also the tissues, and the light falls on the photoresistor. So the reflected light is going to depend upon the blood flow inside the finger. So the photoresistor finally is connected as a voltage divider circuit. The output voltage is directly proportional to that of the amount of blood flow in the finger. So similarly, the final blood flow, which is nothing but the blood flow, could be measured with the help of a strip chart recorder. From the strip chart recorder, we could identify whether the patient is having a normal pulse or whether it is an abnormal pulse. So the pulse rate differs from age to age of a person. So when it is in a newborn or the infant, the heart rate could be of maximum 160 beats per minute, whereas for more than 12 years, it could be of 60 to 100 beats per minute. So normally it will be in the range of 72 to 80 beats per minute. So In this video, we have discussed about the pulse measurement and the temperature measurement. Thank you all.